Hey guys, back with another video. And today I want to talk about a record in Formula One. And there's a lot of records in every sport that everyone can hold. But it's not a great record in Formula One. And man, is this a terrible one. And today we're going to be talking about a record held by Andrea De Cesaris. Now, if you don't know who Andrea De Cesaris is, he was a Formula One driver who unfortunately passed away in 2014. But this was before he passed away. He was a Formula One driver. He had 208 race starts. He was born in 1959, and he didn't have the greatest time in Formula One. And we'll get back to that later because he had technically the most amount of DNFs in a row. Yeah, he had the most amount of DNFs in a row, which we'll get into later, and how many those were. He campaigned in Formula One for a good time. Technically, he stopped racing in Formula One in 1994. He did begin in Formula One technically again in 1980. So a good time. He only raced 2 races in 1980, and in 1994 he only raced 2. He raced 11 with 2 teams. But we're going to talk about 1987 and 1988 because this is where the record is held. And if you want to know how many DNFs, because the DNF record, he had 18 DNFs in a row. 18! Like, if I had that many DNFs and smoke coming out of my engine each race for 18 times, then I might as well just quit it immediately. But no, he didn't. 18 races, he still didn't quit. So let's talk about those 18 races. So, Andrea De Cesaris, going into the season, he would be driving in 1987 with the fledgling motor racing team, which was called Brabham. And Brabham weren't great. He had a teammate of Riccardo Patrese and Stefano Modena for one race. And yeah, he had a really tough time. So let's start off his beginning of the season. He had 2 DNFs in a row, Brazil and San Marino. Then he got a superb P3 at Belgium, a podium, very good. But now let's get to this part. He didn't finish another race. He didn't finish another race that season. I'm not joking. He only finished 1 race in a 16-race calendar. There were 16 races. He DNF'd 15 times. 13 in a row. Man, that's gotta hurt. 13 races in a row he DNF'd. That's gotta hurt. And wow, but that I gotta admit, there's like this amount of DNFs, and then there's this amount of DNFs, which the Cesaris reached. Which, man, is that a really a record you don't want to have. You might as well just say that, because 88 wouldn't start much better. 88, he would be again starting with a new team called Real Ford, a new team, German team. I think it was actually the only driver for them who did race each race. There was a lot of drivers here, but again, it didn't get much better. He actually did finish races. He at least finished more than 1, but let's get into 1988 because the record continues. He had 4 DNFs in a row, making it out to 18 in the first 4 races. Brazil, San Marino, Monaco, and Mexico. He all had DNFs. Man, that's gotta hurt. I feel so bad for him. And then he would score he only scored 3 points in the entire year, getting a 4th at Detroit. His only points. But again, he did DNF a lot more times. He still, in that season, still had 7 DNFs, including those 4 already. So 11 DNFs. Man, that's gotta hurt. In a 16-race season. 16 race season. Like, geez, that's a lot of DNFs, and that must have hurt because nobody wants to get that amount of DNFs. Nobody. So that's gotta hurt, and it just happened that way. And yeah, how would Andre De Cesaris do for the rest of his career? Well, he in 1989 he moved to the Scuderia Italia team. He competed 15 races. Actually got a podium, so not bad. And got football only got 4 points. Those are like his only points. Then in 1990 he stayed with Scuderia Italia, but he did not. He technically was not classified because he didn't really finish the race. Kind of like how Jacques Villeneuve got not classified in 1999 because he had 11 DNFs in a row, and then he didn't score any more points, so technically he's not classified. Kind of like that. In 1991, he joined Jordan. In 1991, he finished 9th, 15. He got 9 points in 15 races. I mean, you couldn't say that's that bad. And then 92, he joined Tyrrell, 16 races, 9 again, 8 points. And then he stayed with Tyrrell for 93. In 16 races, though, he got no points. And again, was not classified technically because Tyrrell were pretty bad. And then 1984 was the final year. He got 4 points, finished 20th. And he raced 2 races first with Jordan. Then he raced 9 races for Sauber. And then that was it. That's when his F1 career unfortunately ended. And then Justice was something special. But the DNFs has gotta hurt. They got how many? Like, look, can't you think of having that many DNFs? The one thing I do remember though of Andrea De Cesaris was when he had the barrel roll. I think it was in the Austrian Grand Prix 1985. You gotta see. It's like a crazy one where he goes front and then like tips over. Yeah, and even in his final season, in F1, he competed in 11 races. He DNF'd 9 times. He got 4 points, got 4th and 6th, the only races he finished. But man, jeez, I don't know what to say. He had a dirty amount of DNFs, because that's gotta take some beating to have that many DNFs. So yeah, that's a story, the unwanted record that nobody. I'm pretty sure it's never gonna be beaten. Because now Formula One cars aren't as unreliable as they used to be. I'm surprised the record wasn't from like the 50s or 60s because that's when they would really blow up. But yeah, it came in 1987 and 88 from a driver called Andre De Cesaris. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to hear more unwanted records in F1, then click a like on the video, subscribe down below, and comment down what you think. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.